Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for today's Pilates Reformer flow. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and then we'll begin. Start with all springs on, or whatever footwork weight you prefer. Lie supine with your headrest up and your foot bar in a low to medium position. Heels on the bar, legs squeezed tightly together parallel. When you're ready, inhale to press your legs to straight. Exhale, resist the carriage returning home. Last repetition, and then return the carriage halfway in and pulse little shimmies out an inch, back in an inch, 1 inch out, 1 inch in, inhaling and exhaling, then press all the way to straight and return the carriage home. Lower to your arches, using those core muscles to lift your legs up off the bar at the same time, and press all the way out and all the way in for approximately 8 repetitions. Last one all the way out, then come halfway in for your little shimmies. Inhale and exhale as you pulse that carriage out an inch, in an inch. Push all the way to straight and return the carriage home. Use your core muscles to lift your legs off the bar and land on your toes, still parallel. Press all the way out and all the way in. Press your legs to straight, keep them straight, and lower and lift your heels, down and up. Drop both heels and stretch. Keep your heels as low as you can and return the carriage home. Open into Pilates V on the toes and press the carriage all the way out and back in. Last one all the way out, then halfway in for little pulses. Finish and push the legs to straight, return the carriage home, and go wide on your heels. Press the carriage out and in. You can have a subtle turnout with the legs, or they can be fairly parallel here. Just make sure your abdominal muscles are pressed down towards your spine to stabilize the hips and pelvis. All the way out and halfway in for those pulses. Inhaling and exhaling as you move the carriage 1 inch in each direction. Last one, press all the way out and return your carriage. Drop your knees to the right and left to stretch. Lower your headrest down and go back to your wide on the heels position for pelvic lifts. Press into your arms and feet, tuck your tail, and peel your hips up into a bridge position. Exhale, peel the body back down, bone by bone. Tuck, peel, and lift on an inhale, and lower on an exhale. Last one, rolling all the way down, then bring your feet closer together on the bar, still on your heels, about sit bone distant apart, which is about 2 fist widths apart. And then you're going to straighten your right leg to the sky, toes pointed. Left foot remains in place on the bar. Tuck your tail, press into your hands and your left foot, and curl the hips up and down. Keep those hips level, curl the hips all the way down, and then switch legs. Extend the other leg to the sky and roll the body up into a bridge and down, doing your best to keep those hips level. Finish here and then hug your knees in towards you, rock side to side to give yourself a little stretch. Place your feet on the bar, heels or arches, fairly close together, hands pressing into the mat. Tuck your tail and curl the hips up. Keep them lifted and march your legs. One leg lifts up into a chair position and then set it down on the bar, and then the other one lifts up. Continue to march the legs, but don't allow the hips to drop. Last one, place both feet on the bar, lift the hips higher and roll the body down, bone by bone. Hug those knees in and rock side to side to stretch out your hips and low back. Change to 2 red springs and 1 blue spring. Place your feet on the bar, then straighten your right leg up to the sky. Curl your hips up and lower and lift that right leg down and up, keeping your hips high and level, pressing into your arms, breathing in and out. Lift your leg up and roll the body down. Curl your hips back up. This time you're going to open your leg to the side, same leg. Keep the hips lifted as you open that leg and lift it. Open to the side and back up. No rotation in the pelvis or the spine. Roll the body down. Now curl the hips up, same leg is pointing to the ceiling. Move your carriage out and in several times. Return the carriage home, roll your hips down, and hug your knees in to stretch. Place your feet on the bar, curl your hips up into a bridge position as you press into your feet and hands. Keep the hips level as you march the legs. One lifts up into chair position and down, then the other. Breathing in and out. Keep those abdominal muscles tight. Your hips down, straighten your other leg up to the sky, left leg this time, and curl those hips up. Lower and lift the leg down towards the foot bar and back up to the ceiling 3 or 4 times. When you finish and your leg lifts to the sky, roll your body down. Now you're going to curl the hips back up, and this time that leg is going to open to the side 3 to 4 times, keeping the hips level and not allowing the body to rotate. Last one, raise the leg up, lower the body down. For the final set, keep that leg lifted to the sky, curl the hips up, and move your carriage out and in 3 to 4 times. Turn the carriage home and hug your knees in, give your low back a stretch. Then you're going to change your springs to either 2 red springs or 1 red and 1 blue spring for arms. So grab your handles once you've finished changing your springs. You can have your headrest up or down for this, but grab your handles, hand straps, and hold your legs up in a chair position, arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, press the arms down to the mat. Exhale, lift them up 1 time. Open them into the circle at the top. When you reach the top again, reverse your circle, 1 repetition. When you reach the top, press your arms down to the mat, bend and straighten your elbows for 1 tricep press, and lift the arms up. We start again. Lower and lift your arms straight down and up once. Circle them around 1 time. Reverse your circle at the top, 1 repetition, and then press your arms down to the mat, bend and straighten your elbows, lift the arms up to the starting point, and again, down and up. Inhale, circle them around, exhale them up to the sky, reverse your circle, inhaling and exhaling, and then press them down for a tricep press. Do this series once more. Come off the machine and place your long box in position on the mat. Be on one red or one blue spring for more arm work, and sit on the box facing your foot bar, legs straddling the box. Reach back for your handles and sit tall for serve the brownies. Inhale as you scoop the arms up to eye level in front of your chest. Exhale the arms back down to your hips. Make sure your chin does not tip forward as your arms lift. Stay looking right out in front of you, keeping that head high. Raise the arms up to chest height for hug the tree. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, squeeze them shut. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Close the arms and then lower them down. Place your thumbs in the straps for breaststroke. Start with bent arms, reach forward, swim the arms around to the sides. Breathing in and out, make sure to keep tension on the straps the whole time. Abdominal muscles tight, spine tall and lifted. Lower your hands down, place your fingers in the straps again, and reach your hands out in front of you and up high. Flip the palms and then go into salute, bending your elbows, hands to the top of your head. Bend and straighten those arms for tricep presses. Make sure to keep your elbows pointed forward. So like you're holding a basketball or something that size in between your arms. Bend and straighten. If it bothers your shoulders or your back, keep your arms low, maybe even hinge forward out of your hips. Hang up the strap in your left hand and turn your whole body to the right side of your machine, the long edge of it. Then place that long strap on your foot or ankle, your left foot or ankle, for abduction. Sit tall and press that leg away from you, inhaling and exhaling, working from your outer hip, not your foot. Remove the strap from your left foot, and if you have a double loop, place the shorter loop on your right foot. You may have to scoot to the left a little bit. Straighten that knee and pull the leg towards the midline using your inner thigh. Exhale as you pull across the midline. Inhale as you stretch the leg open to the side. Remove the strap from your foot, place it in your hands for serape twist. Arms out in front of you at chest height in hug the tree position. Rotate to the left and right. Hang up the strap and turn around to face the other direction. Place the other strap, long loop if you have a double loop, on your right ankle or foot. Straighten that knee and press the leg away from you for abduction, abduction. Sitting tall, using that upper outer thigh to press that leg open. This time, place the short loop on your left foot, maybe scoot your body to the right, straighten that knee. It's really crucial that you keep your leg straight so that you don't torque the knee, and pull that leg towards the midline as you exhale. You can dig your other heel into the mat to help you stabilize. Remove the strap from your foot for serape twist. Holding the strap in your hands out in front of your chest, twist from the left to the right, growing tall, making sure your movement comes from your waist, not your arms. Your hands should stay right in front of your breastbone. Hang up the strap and make sure you're on low bar, one red spring still, and you're going to do Swan facing front. Lay prone with your chest off the box, hands wide on the bar. Legs can be together or apart if you have low back issues. Press your arms to straight and keep them straight and rise up into Swan position. Keep your pubic bone pushed into the box. Take your abs with you as you rise. Last one, inhale up, exhale lower down. Keep your arms straight for a moment and stay looking at the floor. For jumping, you're going to press off or jump off the bar, letting go of it, and then catch. Catch and release over and over again. Keep your pubic bone pushed down and those glutes squeezed, legs strong behind you, shoulders away from your ears. Last one, catch the bar and keep your hands on it. Rise up one more time into Swan position. Inhale, exhale, lower down, and bring your carriage home. Come to a standing position beside your machine and reach down to your toes to stretch your back. Curl up your spine, remove your box from the machine, and be on one blue spring. If you need a pad for your knees because we'll be kneeling, then grab one now. Kneel on your carriage facing the risers. Your hands can be on your mat or on the shoulder pads. Your right knee will be closest to the left side of the machine. Your left foot will either be on top of the carriage or down on the floor just to get your foot loop on your foot. So you're going to put the long strap on your left foot, and you need to keep your toes pointed so that the strap doesn't slip off your foot. You're going to be pressing your leg back and forth. So once you're in stable position, and also make sure that your right knee that's on the mat is far back, close to the springs on the mat, so there's plenty of room underneath your abdomen. Then press that leg back and forth, keeping the foot from touching the floor. Straight leg is extending back and forth. Last one, and then you're going to bend your knee underneath you and kick it out. When you bend it, it can be out to the side slightly so that you don't kick your knee against the carriage. Place your foot on the floor and remove the strap. Come to a standing position. You're still facing the risers. Standing on the floor, right hand holding the long strap. For chest expansion with one arm. Standing tall, press your straight arm down and back behind you. Inhaling, and then exhale, return the arm forward. If it's too heavy, walk forward, closer to the risers. If it's too easy, walk backwards, closer to your foot bar. Keep the chest open and make sure you're looking straight forward, spine is tall and lifted. No rotation in the spine. Now we'll do bicep curls with a lunge. Bring your right leg back behind you, the one closest to the machine, and lunge down with your palm up on that right hand, holding the strap. Bend the elbow, doing a bicep curl. So as you lunge, bend your arm into a bicep curl and then extend the arm as you straighten your legs. Make sure you're on tippy toe in that back foot and both knees are bending when you lunge. Turn around to face the foot bar, place the strap in your left hand for squats and a bicep curl at the same time. If it's too heavy, either lower the spring tension or walk backwards slightly. The lower you get in your squat, the easier the bicep curl will be. Last repetition, then hang up that strap, and we'll do all of this on the other side, beginning with the standing work. Place your left hand in the strap. You're standing on the floor facing your risers for chest expansion. Press that arm back and forth, keeping your chest open, and prevent your spine from rotating by holding in your abdominal muscles. Your left leg back behind you, the one closest to the machine, and bicep curl as you lunge, both knees bending, inhaling and exhaling. Turn to face the foot bar, place the strap in your right hand, feet are hip distant apart. As you squat down, do a bicep curl, and then straighten your arm as you straighten your legs. Kneel on the carriage facing your shoulder pads. Hands can be on the mat or the shoulder pads. Left knee is on the carriage close to the back edge or the spring side. Place the strap over your right foot, toes pointed, and you're going to press your leg back behind you. Keep your legs straight as you kick back and forth, tummy in tight, shoulders away from your ears, neck is long. This time, kick your leg back, then bend it in underneath you towards your elbow, maybe the outer edge of it, so that you don't hit your knee on the machine. Last one, then place your foot on the floor and remove your strap. Hang up the strap and then change to one red and one blue spring. Have a seat on the carriage facing your shoulder rests. Your buns will be close to the back edge of the carriage, close to the spring side, about a hand width away from the edge, and your knees will be bent with feet on the headrest. Pick up the handles, palms face up, contract your deep low abdominal muscles and curl partway back. Maintain your ab curl as you bicep curl the arms, inhaling and exhaling as you go. Continue the bicep curls, but lengthen your right leg out in space. Switch legs as you continue bicep curling the arms. Hold that leg up. Your foot should be at approximately eye level. Breathing deeply, scooping those abs nice and tight. Hang up the strap, straighten your legs on top of your headrest, and curl forward over your legs to stretch your back. Next, you'll need to be on one red or one blue spring for the rowing series. Pick up the hand straps, legs remain straight over top of the headrest. Cross your ankles if your calves don't fit in between the shoulder pads very well, and otherwise you can keep them straight and next to each other parallel. Arms up and hug the tree, contract your deep low abdominal muscles and curl partway back. Once you're back there, pull your fists into your chest, knuckles towards the sternum, elbows wide apart. Then, without moving your carriage, open your arms into a V, flip your palms to face back. Now dive your head toward your knees and reach your arms behind you as close together as they can. Lift them high and circle them up and around like a butterfly stroke in swimming until they're over top of your legs. Then stack your spine. And we go again. Contract your deep low abs, curl back. Pull the fists into the chest. Keep the carriage still. Open the arms. Flip the palms to face back. Dive your head to your knees and reach your arms back behind you. Then circle them up and over to the sides until they're over top of your legs. Stack your spine. One more repetition. If you can, cross your legs like crisscross applesauce style, and then cross the ropes as well, putting them in the opposite hands, holding on close to the tape or the rope. Sit tall and row. Pull the elbows back behind you, keeping that spine tall and lifted. Elbows can be low or wide out to the sides. You squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back. Last repetition, and then uncross those ropes, hang them up, and turn around to face the springs. Lie supine with your head on the headrest, then place your feet in the foot straps. We're doing this feet and straps series on light weight, lighter than normal, one spring. I think the girls are using one blue, if I'm not mistaken. You can be on one red, or you can certainly go heavier if you need to. Being on the light weight will help you engage your abdominal muscles a lot more. Straighten your legs towards the sky. You can be parallel or turned out. If you hyperextend your knees, definitely externally rotate those legs, heels together, toes apart, wrapping your thighs nice and tight. Start with your feet slightly lower than the center of the ceiling, and then from there, lower your legs down to the point where you feel like your back is going to arch off the mat, but don't let it, and then lift them back up to the point where you feel as though your tailbone is going to curl off the mat, but don't allow it to. That's your range of motion, going down and up, keeping that pelvis stable, tailbone on the mat, abdominal muscles tight. Last one, then open into circles at the top. Reverse at the top of this one. Finish at the top and bend into frog, heels together, toes and knees are apart. Your knees are just wider than your ropes. Extend your legs out toward your foot bar and bend back in. Keep your tailbone heavy on the mat, breathing in as you lengthen the legs, breathing out as you bend them. Last one, bend into a frog and take your right foot out of the strap. Hang that strap up and place your right foot on the floor inside the well. Then straighten your left leg up to the sky for a hamstring stretch. You can gently pull on the rope, and if you can't reach the floor, you may need to put a block under your foot. But at least your tippy toes should be on the floor, tucking that foot underneath you slightly to get a good quad stretch on the right side. Hamstring stretch on the left. Cross the midline with your top leg to get an IT band stretch. Keep your pelvis level and keep that right foot on the floor. Open your leg to the side for an inner thigh stretch. If you don't like your right foot on the floor, put it up on the frame of the machine, and that knee can turn out towards the right. Lift your left leg towards the ceiling, then lower it a little bit towards the foot bar to place your right ankle over top of your left thigh. Then bend your left knee in towards your abdomen to get a piriformis stretch. If this bothers your right knee, just flex that foot strongly to protect the knee from torquing. Remove the strap from your foot, place the other strap on your right foot, and then left foot goes to the floor, inside the well. Stretching your right hamstring by gently pulling on the rope, and then stretching your left quadricep, making sure that foot is tucked underneath you slightly. across the midline, keeping your legs straight and footprint flat on the ceiling. Open the leg to the side. Your left foot can stay on the floor or you can lift it up onto the frame. Now for a piriformis stretch. Lower your right leg so that you can get your left ankle across that right thigh. Then bend the right knee in towards your abdomen to stretch your left outer hip. Flex your left foot if this bothers your knee. Move the strap and hang it up. Come to a seated position facing the long edge of your mat. Sit tall and even on the sits bones. Inhale those arms out to the side and overhead. Pull on your right wrist with your left hand and side bend to the left. Inhale up, pull on the other wrist and side bend to the right. Inhale, rise up, reaching your arms to the ceiling and then down to your sides and back behind you. Interlace your fingers, clasping them behind you, open up the chest, take a couple big deep breaths there. Unclasp your hands and twist to the left, growing tall. Switch and rotate to the right, breathing deeply as you twist. Unwind, place your hands in prayer position in front of you so you don't use them when you go to stand. Rise all the way up on a big inhale to stand. And you did it. Congratulations. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you next week.